Okay, I think I'm recording. I think I figured it out. What's up, guys? Jenna here, founder of fillyourbooks.com, hairstylist, entrepreneur, whatever you want to call me, jack of all trades. I'm here with one of our awesome students, Alison. She has been absolutely killing it. I wanted to get her on here just so she could share a little bit of her journey with the industry. So fill me in a little bit, Alison. Start out with just who are you, where are you from, and what do you do?
I'm Alison. I'm from Minneapolis, and I'm a hairstylist. I rent a chair, and I mostly am specializing in color, but I also do cut and extensions, a lot of full transformations. It's super fun.
Well, I think you also have to introduce your little nugget.
This is Dewey. The reason I did Fill Your Books, because this man needs the most luxurious lifestyle.
No, it's so true, because I remember on our kickoff call, we were talking about what's your wine. She's like, well, I just want to be the best dog mom ever. I'm here for that. Which leads me to fill me in a little bit about well, first tell me what even made you want to do hair? Like what made you choose this industry?
I kind of just knew I wasn't going to go to college. That was not my vibe. And looking into trade schools, it was kind of beauty industry or more like plumber, electrician stuff, which I just don't see myself as someone who works well with a lot of men. So beauty industry it was. And I did love it right away. Very lucky. I know not a lot of people love what they picked the first time. So
awesome. So when did you kind of walk me through your journey kind of from hair school to where you are now? Like, did you kind of just jump into booth rent? Like when did that kind of independent thing happen?
I went straight from high school to beauty school, and then I took a year off, which I kind of feel like everyone in the beauty industry needs a break. I don't know. I feel like everyone I know that's still a hairstylist took a break. But when I came back, I worked for a commission salon in Minneapolis, like a pretty big one. And it was horrendous. It was horrible 2 years. And then I got connected with the lady who opened the salon I work for now. I feel like booth rent's like the way to go. And there's so much propaganda to keep you in a commission salon. And it's fully a scam. So
I agree.
It's horrible.
And there are, I feel like there are, it's rare, but I think there are some positive commission salons out there, but it's super rare. And I think a lot of it's fear-based, keeps you scared and keeps you.
I've heard of the good commission salon owner. I haven't met her, but she's out there, I'm sure.
Yeah, they're out there. If you are out there, please make yourself more accessible. But anyway, so now you're in the independent world. Tell us a little bit more about how you kind of came about Fill Your Books and what made you kind of interested in it, I guess.
I was pretty new to chair rental when I found Fill Your Books. And it was still some of that residual, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? I'm kind of booked, I'm doing this, but I'm not feeling secure. And I saw Fill Your Books ad, imagine that.
I know. Everyone always comes out here, they're like, I saw this ad and then I kept seeing it 1,000 times.
I did see it a couple times. Yeah, I would say that. And then I called or did the little link thing.
Uh-huh.
The name of it. Sorry, now he's on top of it. See what happens when I'm not petting him. What was I saying? I clicked the link. I talked to a cute lady who I think is from Texas, and then she connected me to you.
Oh yes, Alyssa. Yeah, I remember people. Alyssa. Yeah, no. So she connected me. Yes, and then you would sign up. So tell us, walk me through kind of that beginning onboarding process, the journey through Fill Your Books, if you will.
I did a little call, a little nervous about the cost because, as I'm sure most people joining Fill Your Books, we're not swimming in money, and that's why we want to join Fill Your Books. So it was nerve-wracking, and then I was kind of let's just go for it. And did the initial trainings, was still a little nervous, had a meeting with Jenna, you, and you kind of just encouraged me, like, okay, let's take a couple steps forward then, let's get at it.
Yeah.
And went for it. I wouldn't say that was my last hesitation, but I was like, nope, let's just do it. Like, let's not sit here and wonder if I should or shouldn't have done it. Like, let's just do it. Let's do the tools they gave me. And it was pretty quick. Like, I remember one of my goals on the initial call where we were talking about Dewey, like one of my goals behind the chair was I wanted to be like consistently booked out like 3 to 4 weeks instead of like 1 to 2 weeks.
Sure.
And that happened for me pretty quick. Pretty happy about it. I've definitely met some of my favorite clients through Fill Your Books, whether it be like the organic marketing or the ads.
Yeah.
So it's nice to like figure that out and definitely like change what I thought I knew about Instagram ads.
Yeah. No, that makes me so happy because sure, learning about how to market yourself online is cool. But what's way cooler to me is being able to that's how this all started, was that like I realized I was like, wait, I can kind of like pick who I'm working with. And then I just am like working all day with these people who are really cool and I consider my friends, and it's easy to have conversation. It's easy to sit with them for 4 hours and be like, oh, like, and feel good afterwards. I think we can all agree that it's easy to get into a groove, let's call it, of where you're just emotionally and physically drained after a long appointment. And you're just like, how do I go do this 2 more times today?
I feel really lucky and happy to say that like I've been behind the chair for like 3 years and I'm so booked and I like every single one of my clients. There's not one single client where I'm like, I wish she wasn't coming in today.
Yeah, no, and that's awesome. Wait, hold on, backtrack, because I don't think I remembered this. You've only been in the industry for 3 years?
Yeah.
How old are you?
I'm 23.
23. Okay. Yeah. I mean, and this is what I preach, because it's like, so I didn't remember this. I didn't recall this because you've been with us for a little bit now, but so you had kind of like just gone independent when you found Fill Your Books?
Probably like a couple months. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's like fresh off the commission boat on your own. And now you said you're how much booked out? How many weeks?
I feel like solidly like 4.
That's awesome. So booked out a month out.
And it's still, like only a few appointments are available in the rest. And I'm getting people all trained to pre-book like 3 appointments instead of 1.
There you go. That's how you do it. And I know, because if you're comfortable sharing, because I know you had been sharing some really fun number stuff inside of the group. Tell us a little bit about that.
What do you want to know? What part?
Because you had shared about how you had one of your biggest months, I believe, if I'm remembering correctly, revenue wise. And then
I think what was really shocking to me is because I kind of kept, and I feel like people do this, like the anxiety of like, okay, this was good, but like, will it keep being good? And I felt like it just keeps getting bigger. Like, so I was doing really well, November and December, as most hairstylists do. And then I was like nervous for January, and I still made, I can look quick, but I'm pretty sure February was like $11,000.
That's
so January must have been like 9 or something, because it went up. And then last month, I only worked 2 weeks out of the month, and I still made $9,000.
That was the one that I was thinking of. I was thinking of the 9. So working 2 weeks, made $9,000, coming from like, as someone who also didn't go to college. But as someone who also didn't go to college, I think, especially our generation, because I'm 25, like I think growing, like work, I mean, I don't know, I guess I'm not in school, they could still be pushing it really hard, but it was pushed down our throat pretty hard, and you feel super just wrong going into a trade, and you just feel like you have to have 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Is this a hobby? Can I make this a career? And not for nothing, like there are some that's like lawyer doctor money. Like that's like you're on your way to, like, that's 2 weeks. So let's say you work the other, you could have made $18,000 in 1 month, and that's pretty fucking wild. And you are definitely, so like, this is the year of 6 figures for you, correct?
Yeah,
Like, this
to
is it.
still leave your 6 figures. And it's crazy because even on my initial call, I didn't even say that I wanted to make 6 figures.
No, and what's funny is that's why I was like, this girl needs to get more excited. Cause yes, we were talking about making a good life for your dog, but you were literally just like, I just like wanna take some trips and make a really good life for my dog. You were like, I don't need much. That's what I want. And now here you are working with people you enjoy, doing services you enjoy, taking vacation, still making money that you want to make. Like, so how has life changed for you personally, would you say, because of all this stuff?
I'm getting all my tattoos, feeling better, got my hair extensions.
Hair is looking very
Maybe-
good.
Thank you. Hoping we can get someplace with a yard so he can have a brother.
That'd be super exciting.
Dewey, little bit. But honestly, just like a huge weight lifted off my shoulders, like 1 from leaving commission and then 2 from like the anxiety, you know, when you're on your own. That like, okay, I'm booked this week, but I have all these appointments next week. Like, what do I do?
Yeah.
And now it's like the only anxiety I have is like, you know, someone's going to cancel at some point. And then I do organic marketing and I fill it. And it's not
formula.
Like, it doesn't wreck my week. It doesn't like wreck my income flow. Like I'm never sitting in the salon doing nothing anymore. Like I'm there, I'm doing hair, I'm leaving.
That's beautiful. And I think that's a very true, like, stress on your shoulders when you don't have or don't know exactly how to go fill it, because that's when a cancellation becomes stressful. Because I think a lot of people get confused. It's like, oh, like you can build a book full of clients who will never cancel. It's like, people have lives, like shit comes up, they have to watch the kids, they get COVID, whatever it is, something happens and you have to be able to move quickly, fill it. And I think that's the direction that people need to head, as opposed to like trying to find like the perfect person that will never miss an appointment, because that will never happen. But you have to be able to shift gears a bit. But would you recommend Fill Your Books to a friend? What advice would you give someone who's thinking about it?
I think that you definitely have to, like, I can easily imagine how different my path with Fill Your Books would have been if I didn't message you when I was like doubting it.
Yeah.
Because like, honestly, and I wanted to tell you this, like I get messages from people in Fill Your Books all the time who are like,
do you really?
Yeah, I do. They're like doubting. No, it's fine. And they're like, what do you think? Or like, what do you do? Like advice, like help me, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'll always give them the advice if they're like asking me a question. And I try in every single message to be like, post this in the group, because I like look at their profile and they have like nothing.
Oh yeah.
Like I'm like, if you ask, like they'll tell you too, but like these are mine. Like
yeah.
They usually just want to see mine.
Oh, like what your ad looks like, whatever.
Yeah. And I'm like, you should post yours though.
Yeah. No, that's why I did want you to bring up like the fact that you were like kind of weary in the beginning, because so many people are, and like you said, like of course not everybody has money to throw around to you know, invest themselves, but that's exactly what it is. And my mission is to kind of open the doors. So I think we're a very education centric industry. We're very passionate about education, but it's very focused on behind the chair, which is great. You have to be good at what you do in order for something like Fill Your Books to even work, because you have to be able to show off your value to someone, but also just being great at what you do. Yes, you'll be able to build a book that way, but it's going to take time, and it's going to be like one of those like years long. We have to wait for the referrals. We have to wait for people to come find us. And it's like, you don't have to wait. And I just want people to realize that like, if you can have the combination of like being open to behind the chair education, but also being open to how the hell do I even acquire clients? Because that is a huge leg to the business that's equally as important as being good at what you do. So like you were saying, not everybody has the money to jump in and do it, but I always say you have to have skin in the game in order to really, like, I would argue that because it was a lot of money and because you were like, I have a lot on the line, it made you kind of jump in with both feet once we like, you know, talked about it and we're like, let's just do it.
And that's like how I felt that's one, what you were saying, that's the reason why I did Fill Your Books, is because I was like, I know that I can do this, but I want to do it now. Like, I don't
Yeah.
want to do it in 3 years.
Uh-huh.
So it's, you tell me which of these things I'm doing is actually the right way to do it so that I can keep doing it. When I run
Yeah.
into a bump, you can post a little picture on our little Facebook group,
Yep.
and you can tell me wrong. You can tell me how to fix it. But yeah, that's kind of the realization I came, like, when I was doubting spending the money with Fill Your
Yeah.
Books, and I was like, was this a good idea? Like, was this worth it? I was like, you know what? You already agreed to doing it, and clearly it's working for these people in this group. Like, I didn't just listen to you say that you can help me. I saw all these people that said that you helped them. So it's like, let's just do it. Let's actually do what we signed up to do. And I definitely do not regret it or question it anymore.
Well, I mean, it sounds like you definitely made your money back 10 times over.
I did.
Yeah. So that was definitely worth it. But I did want to show off. Did I get any? I got fingerprints all over it. I did want to show off Allison's little award. So we have started this in the past year. We started this at our Solstice retreat, where we give all of our students who are about to hit or have hit their 6-figure award. So this will be mailed to you. You can put this in your house or put this on your station, whatever the heck you want to do with it. But just as a memento, I can't talk, of all the hard work you put in, because we give you the tools, but you build the house, and building a house isn't fucking easy. And you have to put in the hard work and the time and the sacrifice to do that. So congratulations, pat yourself on the back. And yeah, if you're watching this and you want to be cool like Alison, because it's a cool girls club, I'm just kidding. We welcome everybody. But if you are interested, head on over to fillyourbooks.com, watch some of our videos, fill out the application, follow me on Instagram. Did you want to share your Instagram handle for the people who follow?
Minneapolis, MPLS.
Beautiful. If you have any questions, let us know. But otherwise, thanks for watching.